You know what's funny? Most women think men only want to be kissed in one place. But here's the truth. What really drives a man wild isn't where you kiss him first. It's how and why you kiss him there. A kiss, when done right, can make a man melt, surrender, and crave you long after you've walked away. So I want you to picture this. You're leaning in close, your lips just a breath away from his skin. He doesn't know where you'll kiss him next, and that suspense alone sends a wave of electricity through his body. That's the kind of kiss that doesn't just touch his body, it touches his ego, his emotions, and his imagination. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 places every man secretly wants you to kiss, and why each one makes him feel something deeper than just lust. Because when you understand what those kisses mean, not just what they do, you don't just turn him on, you make him feel seen, chosen, and desired. So before you rush to his lips again, I want you to listen carefully. Because the right kiss in the right place at the right moment can make him remember you in ways no one else ever will. Now let's get into it. There's something almost magnetic about a woman's lips grazing a man's neck. It's not just about physical pleasure, it's about power, tension, and anticipation. The neck is one of the most sensitive, yet least explored areas on a man's body. When you kiss him there, it's unexpected, and that's part of what makes it so intoxicating. Men spend so much time being the ones to initiate desire, to take charge, to lead the moment. But when you lean in and kiss his neck first, you flip that dynamic. You send a message that says, I want you, and I'm not afraid to show it. That confidence alone sets off something primal inside him. It's no longer about control, it's about surrender. What makes a neck kiss so powerful is how personal it feels. The skin there is thin, close to his pulse. When your lips touch that spot, he doesn't just feel your kiss. He feels your warmth, your breath, even your heartbeat if you're close enough. It's intimate in a way that bypasses logic and speaks directly to instinct. The closer your lips get to his ear, the more his senses heighten. A slow kiss just beneath his jawline can send a shiver right through his body because it's not just stimulation, it's suggestion. It's whispering to his body. Get ready without saying a single word. But what truly separates an unforgettable kiss from an ordinary one is the pace. Don't rush it. Let it unfold like a secret. Start by hovering near his neck, letting your breath dance across his skin before you make contact. That split second of anticipation is everything. It's the pause before the storm, the heartbeat that builds suspense. Then when you finally press your lips to his neck, do it with softness and intention. Move slowly. Trace gentle kisses up toward his ear, then back down toward his collarbone. Each movement should feel like a discovery, not a routine. You want him wondering what's coming next. And if you really want to drive him wild, mix in a whisper or a light exhale right after your kiss. Contrast between warmth and coolness amplifies the sensation. Maybe you murmur something playful, something like, "You smell amazing," or "I love this spot on you." The combination of words, touch, and breath becomes addictive. He'll associate that feeling with you. Every time he feels that area of his neck, even when you're not around, his mind will drift back to that moment. There's also something psychological about kissing a man's neck that makes it more powerful than most women realize. It's a spot that's rarely touched with affection. It's where he feels dominant, where he's used to taking control. But when you touch it, you're reminding him that even strength can soften under desire. You're not overpowering him. You're inviting him to relax, to be wanted, to feel safe enough to let go. That's the real secret. The best kisses don't just turn a man on, they disarm him. They make him feel chosen, desired, and completely present. And remember, it's not about doing too much, it's about doing it right. Sometimes just one slow, deliberate kiss on his neck, followed by a lingering moment of stillness, can be more powerful than 100 rushed ones. You're not trying to perform, you're trying to connect. You're letting him know that this isn't just about lust, it's about chemistry, trust, and emotional intimacy wrapped in sensual energy. So the next time you're close enough to feel his breath, don't go straight for his lips. Hover near his neck. Let him feel your presence before your touch. And when you finally kiss him there, do it like you mean it. Because a kiss on a man's neck doesn't just make him feel good, it makes him feel wanted. And that, more than anything else, is what every man secretly craves. ChatGPT said, kissing a man's chest is one of the most deeply intimate gestures a woman can offer, yet it's something many overlook. Men often associate their chest with strength, protection, and masculinity. It's the part of them that leads forward when they walk into a room, the space They puff up when they want to appear confident or dominant. But when a woman kisses his chest, it changes everything. Suddenly, that place of strength becomes a place of softness. It tells him, without words, he doesn't have to be the tough one right now. He can let go. He can breathe. He can just be a man, human, real, and touched in a way he didn't even realize he needed. What makes kissing his chest so powerful is the contrast. The world expects him to be in control, to carry weight, to perform. But in that quiet moment, when your lips meet his skin, it's as if all that pressure melts away. It's not about passion in that instant. It's about reassurance. It's your way of saying, I see you. You don't need to prove anything. That subtle emotional connection creates something incredibly magnetic. Because when a man feels both desired and accepted, he opens up in a way that most women never get to see. The physical sensation alone is a rush. The chest is filled with nerve endings, especially around the sternum and the edges near his ribs. When your lips or tongue move gently over those areas, it sends shivers straight down his spine. But it's not just the feeling, it's what that feeling represents. You're not trying to dominate the moment. You're exploring him with curiosity, reverence, and care. You're telling him, I appreciate every part of you. And that message hits deeper than any seductive move ever could. The best part. The act doesn't have to be overly sexual to be irresistible. It's about intention. You might kiss his chest after a long day when he's lying there quietly. You might trace your lips along his collarbone or rest your head against him, feeling his heartbeat before you kiss it. Those soft, tender gestures make him feel grounded. They remind him that he's not just your lover, he's your man, and he's safe in your presence. That feeling of emotional safety, wrapped inside a sensual moment, is what makes the experience unforgettable. There's also something deeply symbolic about a woman kissing a man's chest. Think about it. His heart lies right beneath that skin. It's where his vulnerability hides. When you kiss him there, it's like you're touching his most guarded part. You're not just acknowledging his body, you're acknowledging his soul. Most men never get to experience affection without expectation. They're used to affection being a prelude to something else. But when your kisses are slow, unhurried, and genuine, he can feel the difference. It's not just a move, it's an emotion. It's care disguised as desire. You can also use your voice to amplify the power of the moment. After a few kisses, whisper something simple like, I love how you feel, or you smell so good. Words, when paired with touch, go straight to his subconscious. They validate him on a deeper level, making him feel adored in a way that sticks with him long after the moment ends. You'll notice how his body reacts, not just physically, but emotionally. His breathing slows, his body relaxes, and he might even wrap his arms around you tighter. That's his way of saying, don't stop. Not because he's aroused, because he feels connected. When you kiss his chest, you're doing something rare. You're giving without taking. You're creating a moment of peace wrapped in passion. That's the kind of touch that leaves an imprint, the kind that lingers in his mind when he's alone. It's not the kind of thing he forgets or compares. It becomes a memory that defines how intimacy should feel. So take your time. Let your lips move slowly. Feel his heartbeat under your mouth and let it guide your rhythm. Look up at him between kisses and let your eyes say what words can't. That he's safe, he's desired, and he's more than enough. Because when you kiss a man's chest like that, you're not just touching his body, you're touching his heart. And once you do that, you'll find that's where real connection and real passion truly begins. There's something deeply seductive about a woman who knows how to appreciate a man's hands. Most women overlook them, focusing instead on the usual romantic spots. But a man's hands are one of the most emotionally charged, symbolic parts of his body. They represent strength, protection, capability, and care. They're the parts of him that touch the world and touch you. When you take his hand, hold it, trace it, or kiss it, you're not just showing affection, you're acknowledging who he is at his core. That simple act says, I notice what you do for me. I admire the man you are. And believe me, when a woman admires a man in that way, it ignites something powerful inside him. Men don't often receive that kind of attention. They're used to their hands being tools, used to build, to fix, to hold, but rarely to be adored. That's why when your lips meet his skin there, it's such a shock in the best possible way. It catches him off guard. Suddenly, he's not the doer, he's the one being done to. That reversal of energy is magnetic. A soft kiss on his knuckles or the inside of his wrist tells him that you appreciate his strength, but also see the tenderness behind it. It's not about worshipping him. It's about recognizing his masculinity in a way that feels deeply feminine and sensual. There's a certain elegance to this gesture. It's subtle, sophisticated, and surprisingly erotic without crossing any lines. Imagine you're sitting together, maybe laughing, maybe in the middle of a conversation. You reach out, hold his hand, and instead of just letting it rest there, you bring it closer and place a slow, deliberate kiss on it. You don't have to say a word. The look in your eyes will say everything. That one move tells him he's desired, valued, and safe to be vulnerable with you. It's a quiet kind of intimacy, the kind that builds deep attraction without a single touch below the neck. When you kiss a man's hands, you're also playing with rhythm and timing, which are two of the most powerful tools of sensual connection. It's not about being dramatic. It's about being present. Trace your fingers lightly along his palm before you kiss him. Feel his skin, his texture, the veins that run just beneath the surface. Then, when you kiss that spot, linger for a moment. Don't rush away. Let the warmth of your lips sink in. That stillness speaks louder than any passionate move ever could. It's saying, I'm right here with you. I'm not afraid to slow down. And here's what's beautiful. This gesture works in almost any setting. It's romantic in private, charming in public, and heart-melting when unexpected. Picture this, he's driving, one hand on the wheel, and you reach over, take his other hand and kiss it softly. No words, no explanation, just that one moment. He'll look at you differently after that, because it's not something he experiences often, and it's not something he'll forget easily. On a deeper level, kissing a man's hands connects to his sense of purpose. A man's hands are how he contributes, how he provides, how he protects. When you kiss them, it's like telling him, I see your effort. I see the man behind the actions. That acknowledgement goes straight to his heart. It makes him feel respected, desired, and emotionally connected all at once. And that combination, respect plus desire, is what makes men fall hard. You can take it even further by mixing playfulness with softness. After kissing his hand, you can smile and say something teasing like, these hands get away with too much, or I love how strong you are. That balance of flirtation and admiration drives him crazy in the best way. It reminds him that he's both wanted and appreciated, a deadly combination for a man's heart and mind. So don't underestimate this small, tender move. The next time you're close to him, take his hand and give it a kiss that lingers just long enough to leave a memory. Because that one simple gesture speaks volumes. It says you see his power, you feel his presence, and you value who he is beyond what he gives. It's delicate, it's intimate, and it's unforgettable. And once you do it, he'll never look at his hands or at you the same way again. ChatGPT said a kiss on a man's forehead might seem innocent, even sweet, but it carries a depth that most women underestimate. It's not a fiery or passionate move. Yet it's one of the most disarming and emotionally powerful gestures you can give him. Because here's the truth, men of tenderness, just as much as they crave desire, but very few ever receive it. They spend so much of their lives being the protector, the provider, the one who holds things together. And when a woman kisses his forehead, it quietly tells him, you can rest here. You're safe with me. That simple touch dissolves his armor in a way no seductive move ever could. When your lips meet his forehead, it's like time slows down for a moment. It's calm, grounding, and full of unspoken emotion. There's no rush, no lust, no expectation. It's pure care. And that's what makes it so intoxicating to a man who's used to being strong. For him, that kiss isn't just affection. It's relief. It's the feeling of being loved not for what he does, but for who he is. Most men carry a quiet weight, a pressure they never talk about. They're constantly told to man up, to hide their emotions, to always stay in control. But when you gently place your lips on his forehead, it's like you're giving him permission to exhale. You're saying, you don't have to be strong right now. You can just be. It's not about timing, it's about presence. Maybe it's late at night and he's lying next to you after a long day. You pull him close, kiss his forehead, and let your hand rest on his chest. You don't need to speak. That single moment communicates everything: respect, love, and peace. Or maybe he's worried, stressed, or deep in thought. Instead of asking him what's wrong, you just kiss his forehead. That gesture doesn't demand an explanation. It simply offers comfort. And that's something men rarely experience, even from people they love. What makes this kiss so powerful is its innocence. It doesn't come from desire. It creates it. Because when a man feels emotionally safe with you, his attraction deepens. It's not just about the physical anymore. He starts to crave you, your energy, your presence, your ability to make him feel calm in a chaotic world. Emotional safety is the most underrated form of foreplay, and a forehead kiss delivers it effortlessly. It bridges the gap between affection and intimacy, blending tenderness with quiet strength. There's also a symbolic beauty in where you choose to kiss him. The forehead is the space between his thoughts, the place where his worries live. When you kiss him there, it's like you're soothing his mind. It tells him you see beyond the surface. You see the man behind the confidence, the boy behind the bravery. You're touching not just his skin, but his soul. And for men who rarely feel understood, that's an unforgettable experience. If you want to make it even more meaningful, pair that kiss with silence. Don't fill it with words or explanations. Just linger for a moment, your lips pressed gently against his forehead, your breath steady. Maybe your hand rests on his jaw or slides into his hair while you do it. That combination of touch and stillness becomes a language all its own. It's a moment that says, you matter, you're not alone. And when he feels that from you, it changes how he sees you. You stop being just his partner, you become his peace. It's easy to think men only respond to passion or physical excitement, but the truth is they remember the woman who makes them feel calm. The one who touches them in ways that make the world fade for a moment. A forehead kiss does exactly that. It quiets his mind and reminds him that love doesn't always need to be loud to be powerful. So the next time you're with him, when he's tired, when he's happy, when words feel unnecessary, lean in and kiss his forehead. Let that be your way of saying, I'm here, you're safe. Because sometimes the softest kiss speaks the loudest. And for a man who's used to being the strong one, that kind of love will leave him feeling something he'll never want to lose again. ChatGPT said, kissing a man's lips may seem like the most obvious thing in the world, but when it's done with intention, it becomes something unforgettable. Most people rush through a kiss. They go straight in, eager without thinking about what that moment could actually mean. But when you learn to slow down, to make every second of it count, you can turn an ordinary kiss into something magnetic, something that makes him crave you long after your lips part. Because the truth is, men don't just want a kiss that excites them, they want a kiss that moves them. A kiss is one of the most powerful tools of connection you have. It's where emotions, attraction, and energy collide. But the kind of kiss that stays with a man isn't the one filled with noise or hunger. It's the one that feels deliberate. The one where you're not just kissing him, you're communicating with him. You're telling him without words, I want you, I see you, and I feel something real when I'm near you. When your kiss carries that kind of intention, it changes everything. It makes him feel wanted, chosen, and emotionally charged all at once. Start by mastering the art of anticipation. Don't rush in. Tease him with your nearness. Let your lips hover just a breath away from his. Let him feel your warmth, your breath, that electricity building in the space between you. The moment before the kiss is where the real magic happens, because that's where tension lies. Look at his lips, then back into his eyes. Let him feel that pull, that almost unbearable waiting. And then when you finally close the distance, kiss him slowly. Not like you're checking a box, but like you're savoring something precious. Let your lips move softly at first, then deepen gradually, as if you're discovering him one breath at a time. A great kiss is all about rhythm and presence. You're not trying to control it. You're responding to him. Listen to his breathing. Feel the way his body reacts. When he exhales, lean in closer. When he pulls back slightly, follow him with a small, playful smile. That subtle push and pull creates chemistry that's impossible to fake. If you want to take it to another level, pause mid-kiss just for a second. Let your lips hover again. Give him that split moment of wanting more. That's what keeps him hooked. It's not the intensity, it's the unpredictability. The best kisses don't always need to be deep or wild. Sometimes it's the soft, gentle ones that linger in his memory. A kiss where your lips barely touch his, where your breath mingles with his, where you let him feel your emotion without words. That's the kind of kiss that stays with him. Because what he'll remember isn't just how it felt, it's how you made him feel. So don't just kiss him. Express through your kiss. Make it a moment that says everything you're too shy to speak aloud. A kiss that tells him you're mine right now. When you kiss him like that, with purpose, patience, and passion, you don't just touch his lips, you touch something much deeper. And one